So guys, welcome back to another Grow Your BNB video, and special guest here today who is a very dear friend of mine, but also a solid entrepreneur in the service accommodation space. He helps people create some amazing direct booking websites. So yeah, I'm really excited to have you on, Ivan.
Thank you, bro.
How are
It's
you?
a pleasure. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, really good. Thank you for coming to my channel.
Yeah, it's honestly it's an honor.
And also, you have been in a lot of other podcasts, but
Third one now.
And mine's not a podcast. We're just having a chat, but I think it sounds like a podcast.
Yeah.
Listen, I think what people want to know is what can they expect from you?
Well, basically we design websites
Yeah.
for direct booking websites for within the service accommodation space, and we just try to provide as much value as we can.
Yeah.
And obviously the most affordable way too.
Absolutely, and that's the most important thing because I send you a lot of my clients.
Yeah.
But what I really want to do, Ivan, today is I think in my channel I talk from my perspective why direct booking is important in service accommodation world, Airbnb world, vacation rental people. We get a lot of people watching from America, right?
Yeah.
And that for them the term service accommodation maybe isn't right.
That's correct.
Because we use that in the UK. So I want you to tell numbers of things today. Like, when did your journey start? Because a lot of people want to know that.
Yeah.
And where are you guys right now in the business?
So my journey started with obviously peers. I used to work for a estate agent as a marketing executive.
You did?
And then after that, we just went and explored the service accommodation space.
We did, didn't we?
And I used to be actually a photographer and a videographer within, again, the space.
Yeah.
But I decided to go with remote working, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
Nothing much is going on. So we decided to just create websites.
Yeah.
And since the space is going through direct bookings nowadays, it's a very good space to be in.
Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
what we specialize on.
Absolutely. And going back to what you said, my journey with Ivan, and hopefully in this conversation today you'll understand these are two kind of friends, colleagues. We started years back and we found a niche that we both love doing, and we've gone and achieved things that we like to say. But I think, let's go back to the estate agency world, Ivan, because it's going to be funny. People will love to understand this. So I used to own an estate agency. Ivan was you graduated from there? Recently graduated, and obviously a very dear friend of ours, Uncle Tito Dino, actually recommended Ivan to me. And I was just looking for a marketing person, but Ivan knew how to deal with cameras at that time, obviously still does, but I think, at that time I needed someone to come and put an in-house marketing team, and Ivan joined the company, and we both knew that we were both in a learning phase, right? I was an entrepreneur, early entrepreneur, owning a estate agency. You had the mindset of creating videos, property photos, but you just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So we both complemented each other.
Yeah.
So I think fast forward, it's been 6 years now.
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah,
oh my God, yeah, 7 years.
Yeah.
We are now in a space together. You obviously help people with the service accommodation website. I, help people with the GrowYourBnb, the branding, the marketing, the whole scaling and stuff. I think, what does it feel like? You've gone through this journey, and because the people watching here will want to know that you've gone from a friend of employment to now pretty much I send you loads of clients and you run this team of big people. And so tell me about your current, what does it look like for you now compared to what it did before?
Well, before it was more of the business was run, it was running because of me and my wife. It was just a two-person band, right? And we were doing all sorts of things, from photography to videography to websites. But now it's mainly just website. Now we're actually a team of 10.
Yeah.
Looking back, because we started Studio 12 around 3 years' time. And, for about 2 years, it's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
And a year later, scaled up to 10. And it's been a really, really good journey so far.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And look, I think, within this conversation, we want to give people understanding how service accommodation business, because you get people coming to you saying, my property is not making me any money.
Yeah.
So people watching this, by the way, I think you might be one of them who are currently sitting on your unit empty, and the reason why you found us talking about this direct booking service accommodation website or a Airbnb website is because you're empty, right? Talk to them, Ivan. How does it, like, what can you advise them? Maybe like 2 things that's very specific they can go and do today to just help them understand website, not just because it's not about getting direct booking, is it?
No.
They need to understand what a website is first.
Yeah.
So what are the 2 things would you recommend they understand?
Branding is such a key thing.
Yeah.
Branding is something that will keep your identity known in the online space, and service accommodation is all about online digital space.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that you have a clear branding. That's number 1.
Yeah.
The second one is when you do have a website. Okay, let's just say you have a website already. You can't just rely on the website by itself. It's not going to do it all by itself. You need to do marketing. All right. Like I always say to our clients, you can't. Once there's a business, this business has spent thousands of pounds just on marketing. Because think of your website as a shop front.
Yeah.
Having an off-license shop in the middle of nowhere is not going to generate you money unless you do marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
So branding, marketing, that's what's going to help you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great advice. I think the both thing that you've mentioned today is, probably in this channel, the videos I make every single day, but also sometimes, when I send you clients, at that point I've already educated them around what you can do for them, but also the work that we get involved with. But what I want to ask is, look, people want to hear, what's one horror story you've had working with someone? Putting you on a spot. We want to know, like, just anything that you find that hadn't worked for someone or they came to you. But there must be something.
Of course. I mean, every single month there must be something, right? So
as a business, yeah.
I'll tell you one story of a client. They approached us. They said they want a website.
Yeah.
And then I've already disclosed them again. Marketing is such a key thing.
Yeah.
And they came back to us and said, we haven't received 0 bookings at all. Right? The reason why this is a horror story is because, they are expecting something the moment they go live.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And it's quite a horrifying story because, especially on the operator side of things, like, let's just ignore our side. Our side, that's already a horror story because we know we can't generate bookings because we've sent you the website.
Yeah, you build the website.
There's an SEO in place, but there's no marketing in place on the other hand. On the operator side of things, the operator is probably thinking that from day one they're already so excited that I'm gonna get a really professional looking website, which we do.
Yeah.
But at the same time they're thinking of, I'm gonna get this money back straight away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
in cases you've done it for, like, clients like Sam and Harrison.
Yeah.
Like, I think 24 hours in, you got them the leads and it turned into. So it's happened before, but going back to what you were saying, sorry, So you obviously, they wanted you to get bookings. What was the conversation like with them then?
Horrible.
Yeah, it's true.
It's such a horrible thing because, you can't just look back from your conversation from day one.
Yeah.
And now we do record our calls.
Which is true, yeah. So, very important in the online space because at the end of the day, you're going to be liable to what you're going to provide. And I think going back to the kind of maybe the understanding of someone behind why service accommodation website is not just a website work.
Yeah.
There's like layer to driving traffic to the website.
Correct.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
No.
So I guess you've built hundreds and hundreds of service accommodation website now, yeah? So talk to us about, like, your client successes because, as much as we say, we get people seen, you get people ranked on Google. I know your clients' website ranked because they're some of my clients.
Yeah.
And in 2 weeks' time, I'm showing them, look, this keyword's ranking, or short-term rental properties in X location, it's ranking.
Yeah.
And they're like blown away by your work, and they know that it's going to add value to them.
Yeah.
So what's been your best results for your clients?
like you said, being a number one in Google for a specific keyword, that's our biggest achievement so far.
Yeah.
It's almost like 95% guaranteed that you will be on the first page, because we will not stop actually until you get onto the first page.
Good.
Our next biggest achievement is just looking at the portfolio side of things. You know, within the service accommodation space, it's very hard to expand your portfolio quite quickly.
Yeah, pretty.
And this is why our pages that we make for our clients' websites, you know, one client of ours, Harrison, and you know, for Brooklyn Stays.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah.
They've started with 6, I believe.
Yeah. Well, when they came to me, it was 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had 4 units.
And now we're looking around 20 plus. In less than a year.
20 plus units.
Yeah.
And that's, by the way, I might take a little bit of credit here, but it's my client, and I passed it over to Ivan and say, look, bro, can you do this work for? And that's what businesses are all about. It's finding your niche that you enjoy. Like Ivan started doing videos and property photos and videos for our clients. For me first, he understood property marketing. He then went and did it for other people in the SA game. But actually he found a passion, which was remote working, and also something that you always had a knowledge for, right? Which is building creative websites. Which just you were looking forward for the niche that you wanted to work in.
Yeah.
So as for me, when I had my estate agency, I thought that was and you've seen, like, you know the journey. Like I've spent days and days opening and closing those offices and not make any money sometimes. I had to pay you first before I paid myself. It's true though.
That's the sad side of being an entrepreneur.
Oh, it is. And I can speak about this today, but I've joined my company pretty early, so the times we didn't make money or made enough money, I had to pay my team first before I paid myself, and it never fazed me from not doing or growing the business.
Yeah.
Because I knew at one point where we are today, it's all the work that we've learned together,
correct,
as well as the journey that you've gone to get to yourself and your wife, and obviously myself with my businesses. So talk to me about your life, bro. What does it look like at the moment then?
I love it. The freedom is there. I don't need to ask peers if I can have a day off.
Oh yeah, a lot of sickies, by the way. A lot of sickies. Yeah, Ivan used to have a lot of sickies, but go on.
There you go.
You're being exposed today on the podcast. The only reason why I'm doing this podcast is to expose you. Yeah.
Cut that. Who's editing this? Cut that.
Yeah, don't cut that. Put this on because we need to expose Ivan for all the sickness leaves he's had. Yeah, go on. Yeah, so you don't have to. True. So you don't have to say anyone.
Life is just wonderful now.
Yeah.
The fact that I have, I'm surrounded with like-minded people is the most important part of my life right now. And being motivated as an individual to do better every single day is something that drives me the most, and I feel good just thinking about it right now. So with my marriage life, recently being married, it's coming up to 2 years now.
Yeah,
bro.
well, we celebrated it, didn't we?
Yeah. So he was one of my groomsmen, actually.
I was one of your groomsmen. Yeah.
So coming up to 2 years now, and honestly, I can't ask for more.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And you've got a lovely Bruno baby, haven't you?
We have
little
a baby
dog.
Bruno.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and that's what's life about. It's so good to see you grow, but also it's so good to understand that Ivan's gone from, like where he was, and he was growing his business. He wanted to move into certain models. I've seen you calling me going, I'm going to go and take this property photo and video for this client, bro. And you were excited then.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what you wanted to do.
No.
Right?
No.
It was still like waking up 7 a.m. to take a train to go somewhere and do it.
Yeah.
Whereas today, effectively, you can take your business anywhere you want.
Anywhere I want to go.
And you still, And again, the conversation I really fancied doing with you was like, you have been in a position where you've worked for, obviously, someone, me including. You've then gone and started a business that you thought was the actual thing for you, and then you've gone to the website. So a lot of people watching this who might be a service accommodation owner who's got one unit, they might be in a position that it might not be working for them.
Yeah.
You've seen it and I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like every single day. I've been in the industry 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I see that every single day. Where do you think the industry's heading now? Because we're now in 2024, right?
Yeah.
You've been in the industry nearly 5 years anyway.
5 years.
So talk to me, where do you think the industry is heading?
I mean, all industries are just gonna get saturated. Like, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Like, there's no such thing as industry not being saturated, right?
Oh, yeah.
So competition is just gonna get higher and higher.
Yeah.
Right. People are now being exposed that apparently service accommodation is a passive income, right? And a lot of more people or young entrepreneurs are gonna jump on that space.
Yeah.
So competition is definitely gonna be very, very high.
Yeah.
The only people who will survive is got the strongest mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
I totally agree.
It's the same thing for agency space. For us, website developers, for example, it's overly saturated.
Yeah.
But it's all about trying to make yourself stand out and you be unique.
Can I just stop though? So it's not just saturation though. For you, you found a niche that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So you're not just a website guy.
No.
You have made hundreds and hundreds of short-term rental and service accommodation website.
Yeah.
So for you now, you've gone into a niche, and I totally agree. It's the mindset. Like most of the people we work with, it's sometimes in our journey together, I get them on, and then I pass it over to you to make sure that the website works. I've always found that the first few calls I'm having with them, it's like they ask me, Piers, do you think the market's saturated? Is that why I'm not getting booking? And I'm just thinking, you're just doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different results.
Yeah.
Like, how can you just list it on Airbnb
and not do anything else?
And then say, oh, I'm going to get a website, but then that's not just enough to get you a direct booking. So you've got Airbnb, so I think you are right. I think the mentality of SA or service accommodation owner, or if you're watching from America, your Airbnb renter arbitrage, we in the UK market at the moment have grown like 200% over the last few years. And I've saved so many businesses, this as well. I've saved so many businesses from shutting down. And the fun part of this right now for you and I is we're creating digital assets for people. Because at the end of the day, your website that ranks for someone is a digital asset. Yeah. Like going back to like the history, right? Like let's talk about people, farmers. They used to have farming, and they used to do farming. They used to sell. That's like owning a land, right? Yeah. And then you've got industrial stage where farmers had problems because the industrial stuff had to take over, like the engines and all that kind of like machines were taking over from farmers. Yeah. And now is the digital asset space where the more brand presence you have online, the better you're going to do. Your business is going to do, and you come in that perfect scenario. Now, look, what has gone wrong in your business? Because I think we can all talk about what's been more fun. Yeah. But business goes wrong all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So what's gone wrong in your business right now?
Right now, I think it's more about, because service accommodation is I would say it's not new, it's not old. It's like we're in the mid-range of age of that industry, right? Yeah. But we would expect that people wouldn't have the budget. Mm. And that's what's gone wrong massively for us in the beginning of our business.
Yeah, true.
Which is by setting the price quite high because nobody else was doing it, right? So I think that was the biggest mistake we've ever done.
Nice. So your pricing structure was wrong.
Structure was very wrong. Yeah. We didn't listen enough to our customers, to our clients, and now we have changed it completely into a subscription model.
You have, yes, and hopefully you'll be able to give viewers that watch this video.
Wait till the end of the video.
Okay, right, yeah, so there you go. Wait till the end of the video. Ivan might have a little surprise for you guys. But it's true, and I totally agree. I think pricing comes in two ways. You're talking about pricing, but as service accommodation owner, they need to understand their pricing. Half the time, I get someone coming in to go in, oh, I think I've priced right, and we look at their monthly rate, and it's way out of the par. Yeah. And I'm like, how? You're never going to achieve that figure. No. So once you fix the pricing, you've now start to grow massively.
Oh yeah. I'd say every single month, we're at least onboarding about 5 to 10 clients. Yeah. just because of the pricing strategy, which is very, very important in all of the businesses.
So cool.
Yeah. So the growth is something that we haven't imagined that will happen since the beginning of Studio 12.
Yeah. And as a brand like Studio 12 and how you've like now gone into phasing into your own pricing structure, but also people. Let's talk about people, because I think, you know, again, someone watching this might be in a phase where they've got 5 units.
Yeah.
They're still trying to figure out their website.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can guarantee that 90% of people watch our videos, their website has never generated them a direct bookings.
Probably.
Yeah, we know that because people use Wix, and it's a landing page, hasn't got anything else.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes their phone number's wrong, sometimes their email. A lot of people don't even realise those little things in their website. But let's talk about people, because you've now said you've increased your team to 10, right? Which comes with a lot of responsibility, but also a lot of jobs to be given.
Yeah.
So what's your challenges now?
Just giving more workload.
Yeah. It is, isn't it?
It's the biggest problem that I have right now.
Wow.
Because my team is they work so quick.
Yeah.
I give them a job, they get it done in the next few days.
Good.
Before, when I was doing websites, it takes me 3 weeks to do a website.
They do, yeah.
And then now I've hired a few developers.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. One developer, you know, you give her something, she'll finish it in 4 days.
Nice.
So I'm just thinking to myself,
a whole website in 4 days.
4 days.
And like a detailed website as well.
Detailed website, at least 15 pages in there.
Wow.
And that's very quick.
Yeah.
And everything is bespoke as well.
Yeah.
So everything's made from scratch. So that's my main problem.
Nice.
Giving out workload.
Giving more workloads.
Yeah.
And obviously they're so efficient that they're just delivering that in a certain X amount of time frame. And off camera, we've had this conversation around people. I think, like, one of the things I say to, again, if you've got virtual assistant or business, like team members, whatever that is in your business, I always say to my CTO, like I had this conversation a couple of days ago, where you will only do the right things for your staff if you've trained them fully, right? Now, if they're not performing, the first person to blame or ask question is the person who's trained them. So in my case, let's say if I was training that person, like my senior team in the business, and if they're not delivering, I wouldn't ask them why you're not doing it. I would ask myself, actually, you know, have I trained them enough? I can go back to my notes. I can really understand what has happened. But that's like the mindset I have as a leader. I want to be able, and I say to you, you know, when we have this off-camera conversation, where we need to be able to have those mindsets of, if a team's not performing or if a team hasn't got enough job, rather than you worrying about, oh, they're not doing it, or you've got to come up with a solution, and you've got to be able to train them with that. And that happens with a lot of service accommodation owner. You know, I get constantly told, oh, my VA is not performing. You know, it happens all the time. Anyone who's got VA, I'd be told my VA is not performing. And I'm like, well, because it's the training you haven't gone through. Let's have a look at your training. And we then really kind of stripped down to realise that actually there was no training. He was just like being told what to do with the check-in, check-outs, little bits and bobs, and that's it. So as a business leader, I think you obviously have to go through that phase of now giving them more work, giving them more opportunities. But in a hindsight, like, what do you think your people think about you? Because your employees are always the best judges based on your leadership.
To be honest, I always ask that question when there's a new person coming into the business. Yeah. You know, we will have a team meeting on a Monday, for example. There's a new guy coming in, and then I'll ask my previous, you know, early workers. I say I'm my early employees. Like, you know, I'll ask them, what do you think about working with Studio 12? Share your experience to this new person. They always say it's such a fun environment, fun environment in a way. Wow. It's not stressful, everybody's relaxed. Yeah. Because how we do in Studio 12 on the Friday meetings, I will say it here, we play games for an hour in our meeting.
Lovely.
So
I'm a big believer on that. Well, I'm not, but my CTO is. Sadly, I have to correct that, because my team never used to have coffee breaks.
Right.
We have 10 minutes coffee break every single day.
Right.
So we're a team of 15. we're having 10 minutes break every single day for our team to come and enjoy it. Like you're doing that hour with your team doing something can be a big achievement.
Yeah, like that's what we do. We just play quiz, like get everybody's mind up to speed while playing games, and just a little bit of a team building almost every week. Trying to build that relationship, the trust between each other, and that's what's making us strong right now.
Nice. Listen, I think this is a long enough video for somebody to watch, and if you're here so far, well, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe because of Ivan, because he's here sharing his bit of knowledge and his growth in the industry. And I believe that he's now the market leader in websites, right? And without fail, bro. I have no doubt. It's not because I know you and stuff. It's because of your client work. I've always said to you, client work should talk before us, right? So I know you've already given 2 tips. But I want to give them 3 technical tips that they should do on the website.
Oh, I'm giving away too much.
3 technical tips all my viewers should learn on the website, and then we'll end the video.
SEO.
Okay, cool. What's SEO? Because somebody might not know.
Search engine optimization. So if you have a website, what you should do is create a specific page that will target a specific keyword.
Makes sense.
So if you're targeting contractor stays, create a contractor stays page.
Amazing.
And that will help you with the searchability of contractor stays in Bournemouth.
I think we're getting best out of him, guys. Go on. So that's 1. So what's number 2?
So that's number 3 already.
Oh, was it? I thought that was number 2. Oh no, technical. That's 1. The branding and marketing was great. This is technical. Look, he's getting away with not giving those. So this is technical. So you've said SEO. That's number 1. What other 2 things they can do technically in their website right now? Right now. They might have a website they can go and implement right now. So this one you've said, add a page based on SEO, which is great. What's the other 2 they can do right now?
I'm going to wait till that.
Technical.
Okay, cool. So
it'd be simple things.
The second one, so you've done the SEO part, structured data.
Structured data.
Structured data is, I'll explain it in the most easiest way now. It's basically a custom code that you need to come up with. To speak to Google algorithm that these are the keywords I wanted to rank on.
Amazing.
It's not something that you learn overnight.
No.
Took us years to learn that product, but it's a very, very handy tool to know when you're doing websites. Structured
Amazing.
data.
I think, and people, by the way, structured data is such a big topic, but within the website, I've seen Ivan delivering it. We did it in the estate stage when I had my estate agency, and I know it works. But good. And number 3, I'll give you a number 3. No, you give 1, and then I'll give you 1.
Okay, cool. If you really want to be seen on Google Images, metadata.
Okay, amazing. Another technical. There you go. Metadata.
Rename your pictures.
Rename your pictures to the right words.
Company name, keyword. Rename those pictures you currently have on your website. That's an additional SEO benefit on your website.
Amazing. And for me, by the way, I'm just going to add the 4th one, which a lot of people don't do, is call to actions. Just put a simple call to action saying, if you're looking to book this property 30 nights or more, please call this number, or please email us with the codes, off 30 or something that, which what Ivan's going to do now. So
actually, let me correct you with that. If you go on our website, you've got on the home page, you've got about 5 call to actions.
Oh, there you go. No, I'm not saying about call to action. I'm saying about the discount you're going to offer our viewers now.
The discounts. Right,
so
cool.
What can you offer our viewers who are watching this video right now, who stayed till now and watched all of this video about our journey together and wants to build a website with you?
So we offer a subscription model. So with an upfront payment, 3 different plans there. So what we'll do in behalf of GrowYourBnb.
And you see in here. We love a bit of good discount from Ivan.
Don't worry, I got you in this one. So all of our upfront payment will be £100 off.
Nice.
And for the subscription stuff, it'll be £10 off.
£10 off
So
per month.
£100 off the upfront, and then minus £10 in the subscription model.
Per month, yeah?
Per month, yeah.
Oh, I thought I was, yeah, there you go. So there you go. So guys, look, firstly, Ivan, thank you so much for coming and doing this podcast video with me. I wanted to bring you in because I wanted to understand your brain behind, service accommodation business in website, because I know how important it is for anyone who's, but at the end of the day, people go, I'm not getting booking, and I'm like, well, a digital asset, a mark that you're making on the internet world, it's going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So why should you wait for months before you create a website? You want to get a website that ranks really well from day one. So I think hopefully we are two people who live and breathe this every single day.
Every day.
And we can give you this advice based on our experience, how important this is as a part of growth.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you. And if you guys want Ivan back again for round 2, if you think that
like it's a boxing match.
Yeah, he might be able to give more value. By the end of 10, we'll probably get all the things that he does anyway. I'm just joking. Yeah, then let's get him on. Please comment down below. I'm going to leave Ivan's Instagram, his company's Instagram, and your website here.
There'll be a unique URL for this video only.
Cool.
And just click on that link. If you're not sure, if you have any more questions about what we do, there will be a book a consultation call just for that page as well, so we can discuss the pricing a lot more better that way.
Yeah.
So just click on the link below.
Yeah, amazing, guys. And listen, I think I've found Ivan's sickies, all that he's done to me in the past years today in the camera, so it's now all documented. So guys, look, thank you so much for watching another GrowYourBnb video, and we'll be back with another video soon.